People love playing with me, but hate it when I play back. What goes around comes around.
Listen, I don't have a minute to spare because it's so much. I just want to get right into it. Hi, everybody. How are you this weekend?
Everybody. Thanks for joining.
All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about Kate Middleton, Andy Cohen, Beyonce, Rihanna, and Candace Owens. Now, if you are on my members only, you know I really debated doing this video because I am a cancer survivor. My mother's a cancer survivor. We know how sensitive that topic is. So I was going back and forth with doing this video, but we had a family vote because that's how my family operates. And we feel that freedom of speech is very important. That's the difference between us and Britain. They are very much censored over there. They really watch. They don't want anything bad coming out about the royals. That's their culture. That's their tradition. We don't do that over here. We have freedom of speech. And that's probably one of the greatest things about America is that you're allowed to speak your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So when Perry noticed that if you said anything bad about the royals, they tied it to you don't support Kate. You don't support women with cancer. You must want her to die. No. Those are two different topics, her having cancer and then still talking about the Prince William situation. The two don't match.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I agreed with him. It's like, so what made my final decision, I wasn't going to say anything. I was like, well, but we've been censored too long in this country. Let's use our right. We are allowed to speak our mind, whether you like it or not. Then that's the magic of America. They don't censor our gossip, blogs, none of that. Now, if you were on my members only, they took a couple of my videos down. They're not seen in England. That's a show of censorship to me. Why can't I say this? Why is the video being taken down? So they're very much trying to censor what goes out. Now, I know in England, the rule is you always believe the royals. But we have shown time and time again that they are human and they make mistakes. That's the one thing everybody admired about Princess Diana. She didn't sugarcoat it. She let you know what was going on in her life and how bad it got.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried, we went back and forth. I was on like a whole hour on members only, going back and forth. But I was outvoted, and that's how we do things in my family. And now I'm on board. Don't censor what we tried to say. Let's just start with Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen, and also a lot of the people behind the scenes don't feel that the timing of it being released that she had cancer is very suspicious. But they know if you talk about it,
mm-hmm.
you get attacked. People were saying that I was bullying Kate Middleton because we talked about the rumors of William having an affair. That's bullying? No, that's not bullying. That's what people are talking about. So Andy Cohen went on Watch What Happens Live, and he said he brought up the affair. They're running over there saying that he doesn't care about women.
Yeah.
It's an underhanded form of censorship. If I can guilt you into not talking about something, that's the same as making it a law. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about, I'm a cancer patient and I've walked that walk. And one thing you can't tell me is that if you never had cancer, you don't know how it goes. I know it. I walked the walk myself. I walked the walk with my mother and my 2 cousins. So don't tell me that I don't understand what it's like to have cancer. I don't know what that was.
Yep. Now you're right, Sharrell. Like, I'll just say this. They came out here.
Hold on. Sorry, had an echo, my phone. So don't tell me I don't understand the walk. When Kate came and explained her story, she said that they found it during surgery. Now listen, Anderson Cooper, who's very well respected here in the United States, had an oncologist. An oncologist is a doctor that specializes in cancer. And he said, we don't do exploratory surgeries. If you have had a CAT scan, they could see if there's a mass there or not. Happened to me, happened to my mother, and any other person that's dealt with cancer. You've gotten this response from the doctor. We see a mass. That's tumors. We need to know if they're benign or malignant. You have a biopsy done, right? Where they go in and take a piece of the tissue and test it. That's what happened with my mother, because they don't want to cut on you more than they have to. And I'm speaking from experience. This is a fact. No doctor's going to split you open and not know that you don't have a mass there. Or you can get it done the way I had mine's done, which is we see a mass. We think it's cancer. I don't want to cut on you too many times. I'm going to go in, take it out, remove it, and then test it. Only 2 ways for it to be done. So when this doctor explained that, he also had add the fact that Kate's story doesn't make sense. Now go ahead, Perry, because I get emotional. I've walked that walk. Don't tell me I want somebody to die from cancer because you don't want me talking about them. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak on being censored, right? Like, it's something that they definitely dealing with in England. It's something we definitely dealing with now, currently in the United States. And we still get mistreated, but at least we still got that right to speak up about our mistreatment. It's nothing worse than these people over there in England that's getting censored and not having the opportunity to speak up. So when you air the video of allegations, they don't even want them to hear the allegations to make up their own mind. They would do everything to cover up the royal family's mess. It's the big cover up for me. All this stuff is just coming across, and then you get the people, they came out here, well, the rumors aren't stopping and all this. We got the secret. Let's hit everybody right in the heart and make them feel like an asshole if they keep speaking about the royals and their activities. And now when we talk about the royals, it's not just Kate. Kate got this. King Charles got it, allegedly, right?
And Fergie.
So, when we talk about the royals and Prince William's cheating, it has nothing to do with King Charles at this point. It don't have nothing to do with Kate having cancer, if she do. And I got to say, if she do, I don't know. Because I know when a lot of lies come out, people keep lying. But prayers go out to her, because if she do, she gonna need, some blessings. And if she lied about it, she's gonna need some blessings. I mean, because that is
I
terrible.
mean, there was a lot of unusual things about that. The doctor wasn't with her. Most times, if you're a woman of that stature, your doctor can come out and update the media, the people. Her family wasn't beside her. That just seems odd to
Yeah.
me.
Then I had somebody comment. They said, "Oh well, Perry, how do you know her husband wasn't there? Maybe he took the picture." You know what? If he was there, he's still a coward and weak and whack as fuck. Because your wife go through this, you ain't hugging her, being there by her side. I don't care if you're across the street to Dairy Queen or wherever y'all got over there, or was he out somewhere chasing, the side chick? We don't know. But let's keep it real. Now, we could be soft about it. Oh, well, oh, Perry, that's just so wrong of you to talk about a side chick. I'm talking about Prince Williams. And if you really truly cared so much about Kate, was you upset for the people that's, oh no, she's so perfect and all this? If you cared so much about her, didn't you feel some kind of way if these allegations is true, if Prince Williams cheating on her? Because you want to act like we want to come out here and just throw rocks at Kate. And even William. I wasn't even thinking about them 2 weeks ago. But the same way we do in the United States, we talk about gossip, what's going on. And if he decided to get up in the middle of the night and go and shake his thing around town with other women, it's going to be talked about. Over here, now you might can't say a word over there with the scared Brits right now. And I don't even want to call them all scared because most of them know it's the government, all that, the royal palace that got all these media people under control. But for me, I believe he's a cheater, and I'm gonna go on record and say he's a cheater. Cheater! I'm gonna say it. And don't come out to Sharrell, people, when y'all gonna go, oh, Sharrell, I can't believe it. No, Sharrell didn't say a damn thing. I'm thinking, oh, this is a big cover-up. And if you can prove to me, when you say I can't prove that she don't have cancer, when you can prove it to me that she do, I would apologize. So at this point, for the people who want to come back and take what I say and blame it on Sharrell, you can go and have a seat next to Prince Williams. Just say it.
I have a different opinion than Perry. I feel that if a person tells you they have cancer, I would believe it. That's just me, though. But that doesn't mean you can't talk about it. That doesn't mean that you can't have a difference of opinion.
Right. And I would also believe if a person sent out a Mother's Day card with their picture on it, I would figure it's legit. I would figure if a couple out at the little farmer's market in Windsor, that is correct. And I'm stating this how I want to say it. I'm not saying she don't have cancer, but I have reasons with common sense to believe that it could be something that she was forced to say. It's something to clear up the madness. Maybe she still want to be queen one day. And see the way things going right now, she would never be because of the side chick. But I'm here saying that I think all of them can kiss my ass if they don't want to, like look and say, oh, well, this guy's just lying. I'm just telling you what y'all put out there. You get people in the chat, Sharrell, oh, her business is private. I didn't put shit out there about her business, but what they put out there. And now, if they wanted all her medical stuff private, why did they even tell you about abdominal surgery? She could have just took time off. She ain't never have to mention that. Right? But was that something they was making up to cover up other things in there? I don't know. I'm just saying when they go out there and put out medical things on their own, because the Kennison Palace put out that she had abdominal surgery. People gonna follow up. How was the surgery? This and that. So you open the door for people to get into business besides the $300 million that y'all getting for the taxpayers over there, while they sitting on white horses, eating caviar, lying to every fucking body, while you got homeless people on the street in London. Teachers ain't getting paid. But you want me to sit over here basically what y'all want is we're gonna come out with this story and we're gonna treat the whole world like blacks been treated in America. Boy, you better know your place. That's what y'all want us to think. But this boy gonna say what's on his mind, whether you in America or England. And I said it, Sharrell didn't. I think, and Sharrell, no, I'm gonna say one more thing. I truly think all this is smokes and mirrors. Because as much as they can say, yeah, I mean, it's really bad if she really do. Prayers go out for that. You know? But they don't came out with so many lies. Why wouldn't Kate, I mean, hell, if she was on the park bench giving the speech, and if y'all truly living together right now, people be at home with cancer. They might go get a treatment here or there. People home after surgery. So she should have been home on Mother's Day over there. Why would she have to edit a picture when she could have simply just popped up on the bed, you know, put a little makeup or whatever. The kids come next to her bedside and take the picture. See, y'all
let me reword what you're saying, Perry. You're saying the presentation is suspicious. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's the whole cleanup. Yes, I heard you. Yeah, you said the whole presentation is suspicious. Yes. And this didn't come, it wouldn't be no suspicious people out here or all these stories going around if Kingston Palace didn't put this shit out there. They start something, then people start to investigate, then the stories keep changing to try to get out the narrative that we have a in the palace. You know,
all right, go ahead, Perry. I wanted to play the tape of the doctor.
I'm sorry to vent, but I'm just saying, like,
no, go ahead.
I think they're full of shit. And the people who work at the palace that's backing up this story, the weak ass news media people who can't have their own voice, kissing up to the all can kiss my ass.
Okay. We got a couple super chats. Hi, Sheila. She says, why wasn't her husband beside her when she made her statement? Something doesn't sound right. I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience too. Perry was right by my side. Sussex says, I'm in UK, South Coast. A lot of us don't believe the BS we're being fed by GE media. The timeline of their narrative doesn't make sense. I mean, and that's what made me come do this video, because we don't all have to think alike, and we have difference of opinion, and that doesn't make you a bad person because you don't believe the narrative that's being put out there. It has to stop. The censorship has to stop. I should be able to say, well, that story doesn't sound right to me.
Right.
Also, I mean, too,
I would say this, and then for the whack ass media, right? Because all of them, well, we can't publish. Oh, I'm thinking about publishing this thing about the royals. Well, submit it and we'll approve it. What kind of media is that? You got to approve it. But one thing you didn't have to approve when y'all was talking about a royal family member, Prince Harry and Meghan, did you have to get that shit approved too? If you did, please write me at Perry Sanders 007 and let me know on IG.
Okay, so a lot of people, let me clean it. A lot of people are Meghan Markle's fans, and they feel that she was treated unjust in England, and they feel that she was treated unjust because of her race. And when you hear of royal members of the family saying that they're worried that the baby's going to come out too dark, or Meghan said they actually used the N-word, they feel that they treated her unjust because she had too much melanin in her skin. It's time just to get real, you guys. And so, but they won't let you say a bad thing about Kate. You can say anything you want about Meghan, but you can't say one bad word about Kate. It's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy.
You know what?
So, we have that. Well, so we have that. A lot of people feel like, hey, you treated the black girl like she didn't matter. And now everybody has to respect Kate, and no one's allowed to talk about the rumors of her husband having an affair. It's hypocrisy. So we have that issue. I mean, this whole thing opened up a whole can of worms. Also, too, they said that Meghan and Harry were blindsided, but they reached out. That's the right thing to do. But if she didn't, we could surely understand. So it's like Meghan's not holding any hate or animosity in her heart. She was treated unfairly. And I feel like people just want to sweep that under the rug. You know, when they were doing their Oprah special and their Netflix special, I mean, the royal family treated Harry, their own flesh and blood, like trash because he's in love with a black girl. I want to play this. So the doctor was saying there, and this is an oncologist, a doctor. So a lot of professionals feel this way, but they don't want to come forward and say it because they put that label on you that you're uncaring if you talk about the cancer, if you ask questions. This is a way that no one has to answer any questions, because if you talk about it, you're not wishing the best for Kate, and that's not true. I could say that story doesn't make any sense, and I hope that you get well with your cancer, because I've been there and I've walked that walk. Let's listen to an independent doctor. Hold on, let me put it on the screen.
Operation. That's what they're doing now.
So Dr. Ryan, pardon my ignorance on this. If somebody has surgery, and then the cancer is discovered after that surgery, is it because tissue from whatever the area of the surgery, in this case the abdomen, would be taken out and tested, or would it be? Is it possible that it would be cancer somewhere else in the body that would somehow show up in a blood test or something?
Well, with all respect to the royal family, that kind of press release doesn't make a lot of medical sense. When people undergo extensive surgery, they just don't go in for typically anymore for quote exploratory surgery. All of these operations are preceded by extensive imaging like CAT scans and MRIs. So the surgical team would have a very good understanding of what was likely to be the problem, and that would be confirmed by pathology. So a piece of the tissue removed, whatever the organ is, or the organ removed, or intestine, for instance, that goes directly to the pathology lab, often during the surgery, and sometimes whether something is cancer or not will dictate the extent of the actual operation. So it's very likely that the surgical team knew or had a good sense of what this was going to be prior to surgery, and that was confirmed at the time of pathologic testing during the operation. So this is something that would have at least been suspected before and confirmed during the operation.
So what he's saying with today's technology, hold on. So what he's saying with today's technology, you have CAT scans, you have MRIs, you don't go in not knowing that a mass is there. You could see it. And if you had cancer or MRI, you know what I'm talking about. And for her to be at the stature that she is, she probably has some of the best doctors in England. So it's even suspicious to professionals. But, and they're allowed to say that. Does that mean that he doesn't believe that Kate is ill? Does that mean he wishes death on Kate? No. So we got to stop this way of shaming people from asking questions. But I know for a fact, I had an MRI. They'd say either you have a mass or that you have a tumor, and we don't know if it's cancerous or not. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's going on with the royals, but I know they tell a lot of inconsistent stories. And I'm going to leave it at that. The stories don't make sense. If she was sick and she was ill and she had cancer, why are we putting out phony pictures, phony sightings? Why are there impersonators? I'm confused. This doesn't make sense to me. And I'm allowed to ask questions. Don't let anybody take away your right to ask questions or speak and say how you feel.
And Sharrell, I mean, and they gonna continue to do it. And they do it for this reason. Because right now, the monarchy and the Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace is on fire. It's on fire. And they trying to, stop the smoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
They basically just trying to stop the smoke. But every day the liars just get bigger and bigger. I mean, and people will say, oh yeah, you guys are so wrong. And, because she went through medical stuff, it was a reason why she was having abdominal surgery. I would believe. I don't think nobody just, I think I'm going to get my nails done in abdominal surgery this date without a reason. So all this stuff about we just trying to make something up and all this, but most people want to get over the fact that really what we was talking about is Prince William a cheater. Right? Now, we don't went to Pullen Labs, people investigating somebody trying to breach her records. Why aren't we talking about who he creeping with and where's the side chick? And I don't know if it's true or not. We just talking gossiping. And is she pregnant? Because she ain't speaking either. And hell, probably ain't out in public to be seen either. I don't know. But she had a lawyer come out and say that it wasn't true. And Prince Williams, if his wife was dealing with all this, and it could be very well true. Like I said, I don't believe it, but it could be true. Mm-hmm. At one point when he's dancing off, handling royal business, ain't no point he can say, hey, you know what? My family's going through a lot right now. The stories that you're hearing about me swinging my Peter around town or Buckingham is not true. He couldn't say that. Because now I'm thinking he's more than a cheater. Probably a possible coward. But just saying. That's just how I'm speaking about him. Because, speak up for your woman.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being a bitch.
So Andy Cohen has the same suspicions as Anderson Cooper. A lot of people are saying this story just does not make sense. And so I guess he was attacked verbally, Andy Cohen, and they said that he didn't care about women. And Leah McSweeney came out leading the pack. Oh, he's just an uncaring guy. This is a man you happen to be suing. I don't see what's wrong with asking questions or saying how you feel. So he came out and apologized and said that he didn't mean any harm towards Kate, but he was saying the relationship and the rumor seems very suspicious. That's it. And we're allowed to say that. And the moment that we are not allowed to say how we feel, then we're not in America anymore. That's one of the best things about this country. And I don't understand to this day why people don't agree to disagree. Everybody can feel however they want to feel. I made a statement yesterday that I'm going to vote for President Biden. Oh my God. Emails, attacks. Listen, I do what's best for me in my life, and you do what's best for you in your life. Don't come on here telling me. Don't do it. So people, we are adults. And the best thing about being an adult is that you could have rational conversations. And if you still don't see the other person's point of view, then you just agree to disagree. You're not name shaming them. You're not calling them out of their names. This has been the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. So that's my opinion on that. I also want to say, and we could say it till we're blue in the face. That's why I like Freddie, because he admits racism is alive and well. It's just embedded in some people, both nationalities. But don't try to act like it doesn't exist. It does. There's cultural differences here in the United States. There's cultural differences. I don't know what happened to Perry. I think he's gone. Anyway, he'll be back. Anyway, so all of this shaming and America's a real effed up place. So let's talk about our problems that we admit to, that England will not admit to. There are problems here in the United States. So when Beyonce, and I wanted to talk about this, when Beyonce went on the Country Music Awards and she made her performance, they were outraged. They were outraged because who's this Black woman to invade our area, country western?
Mm-hmm.
So much so they had to take all signs of her off of the CMA website. That ugly stain on America is still here, and it's never going away. It's in England, and it's never going away. Most people see color, not people. And just in defense of Beyonce, country western started in the Black community first. If you want to get specific, she's allowed to sing whatever category of music she wants to. So let's stop with the BS.
Yeah. You know, what's that saying? Is that the first thing to recovery is acceptance, right? Or something like that, right? And the whole thing is this. Like, I think in the United States, like, and it's a good topic that you bring it up because I don't want to feel the Brits to feel like we beating down on them. We just simply saying this, like with the Beyonce, America is no better, right? But, and maybe you could try and you may not be able to change things, but you got to be able to acknowledge that it exists. Mm-hmm. Like, and we'll go from Beyonce and I just toss this in. We know we got some freaks in government.
No,
and we talk about them, right? So don't act like you ain't got no freaks in the palace. Just saying. Go ahead, Sharrell.
Little Nas X, they took him out the country western category for one reason and one reason only. He had too much melanin in his skin. Sharrell, you're right. It's the RNC machine coming for those like you and Taylor Swift who don't support NAGA, Trump, and MAGA Trump supporters, going fully crazy on individuals with a mind of their own. Exactly. Another right I have in this country is I'm allowed to vote.
Right.
And I'm allowed to vote for whoever I want to. I don't come on here telling you don't vote for Trump. I don't do it. You say you want to vote for Trump, cool.
Right.
That doesn't mean just because you vote for Trump, you don't know what the hell you're saying. That's why I don't understand grouping people together in the cancel culture. It's so ridiculous. You vote for whoever you want to vote for. And you have your reasons for doing it, and I have my reasons for doing what I'm doing, but we still can agree to disagree and keep it moving.
Exactly.
I got hate mail. Shame on you, whoever sent me those letters. I didn't have to tell you anything, but I'm not hiding that I'm a Democrat. It's sick.
And they shouldn't have to hide they're Republican. You know, if we can't have a conversation and we can agree to disagree, we do it all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to eat what you had for dinner just because you had it. I'm going to get what I want for dinner. I'm going to vote for who I want to vote for. And you got that same right. You should vote for who you want to vote for.
Vote for
and have your opinion. But we should be able to sit here to have a conversation, a calm conversation, because at the end of the day, sometimes what you might tell me I might think it through and it might change some of my opinions or vice versa.
And I have never come on this platform and said a bad word about Trump, period. Never. Because that's your right. Extend the same courtesy to me. All right. I wanted to talk about really quickly before we move on. I want to talk about Rihanna. Congratulations. She's pregnant for a third time and a baby girl. And I want this unfair treatment. Rihanna is a true blue millionaire. She didn't fuck her numbers because, it all came out that, Kylie Jenner, not so much. Not so much. So congratulations, Rihanna, on your makeup, which is fabulous. They keep sending me free lipstick. I love it. It's expensive, $30 per bottle, but they give me remember that red I used to wear? Congratulations on you having a baby and your success with your companies and in your music. And I love your music. I'm a huge Rihanna fan. And girl, we gonna have to wait a decade because you got other priorities now.
Yeah, for real.
Thoughts on Rihanna really quick, Perry?
Oh no,
Are you
I'm
proud
gonna
of
say,
her?
I mean, congratulations to her. It's nice, you know, because she made her money, did her things, and got good, successful businesses going. Enjoy your family, have your babies, you know, do that stuff. I mean, because that's worth more than money.
Yeah,
So
it
just
really
enjoy
is.
it.
All right, I'm gonna save Candace Owens for another day. Candace Owens got fired, and now she's going to black media, saying that we should all stick together. She's gonna go on the Shay Shay Club Shay Shay. I'm gonna save that for Monday because, girl, you know, not a lot of people liking you these days. All right, you guys, tell me your comments in the comment section. What do you think about the whole Royals? It's a mess, people. It is a mess. K Michelle from Memphis, and ain't nobody said anything. She is from Memphis, and she sings country western, and she yodels in the whole thing.
Mhm.
So why is it such a bad thing when Beyonce does it?
Well, basically, if Beyonce would have flopped, it wouldn't have been so bad. But she went to the top of the charts. That's the problem.
Yeah. She been a part of black media. Oh, you're talking about Candace Owens. Child, you're not going to believe what she's going to say. It's just a lot. Megan has 336,000 followers on Instagram for America Rivera Orchard. What is that? I don't know what that is. Good. She deserves what's happening. Candace karma is a Candace is this interview might be worse than more popular than Cat Williams, they're saying. Everything Harry and Meghan have said is true. All of you
No, go ahead.
have to do is sit back and watch your enemies expose themselves. Karma has arrived for the Windsors, and I'm here for it. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Very pretty picture. It's a Vivica. It's pretty. Tell Perry to hit the hater button for the Beyonce haters. Child. Candace was fired because she sticks up for herself. Robin and the long neck, liar, need to go. Child, it's a mess. It's a mess. Candace Owens is the things that she's gonna say. She's right. She's allowed to say what she's gonna say and feel how she feels. She's going to spark a lot of controversy. I'm currently in remission of ovarian cancer. It didn't make sense what Kate said. My oncologist knew before I had surgery. Thank you. That I had cancer. Also, you don't have chemo as a preventive measure.
Mm-hmm.
Only us that's been through that and fought that fight understand that story didn't make any sense. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't have cancer. I'm saying she didn't explain the story right at all.
Right.
And those of us that are survivors, we all stick together because we know the importance of life. Child, y'all gonna make me cry. Don't make me go back down that road. We don't want Candace Owens back in the African American community. Now, Delta, you're messy. No, I won't be watching Miss Candace because I feel nut hang, child. It's gonna be a controversial interview, but if
Right.
Perry's allowed to speak his mind, she's allowed to speak hers.
Right.
Prayers to Santa. They're talking to each other, huh?
I said that's true.
Don't believe Kate has cancer. Think the Royals did something tragic to her, looking for a story to cover it up, such as Kate didn't make it. Ooh, then they will be in the clear. Ooh, cancer survivor. Listen, your wording is very strong.
It's her opinion.
It's your opinion. But for me, it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
That's it.
And
It just
I
doesn't
always just
make
say
sense.
this. And it's sort of my opinion too. I can't prove it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say this. for people saying, well, hey, Perry, that's really over the top, not to believe it. I have the right to not to believe it, you know. But I would say this, it's one of those stories that they know they got you by the, you know, if you said something against it, right? Because really, you can say, I can't prove she don't, but nobody really can truly prove she do without any kind of medical evidence, which I don't have. For the people who saying Perry should stop that, you don't have that information either, right? And it's something because cancer is one of those things you can't beat. So she can go on for years and years and then beat it or say she beat it. We have dealt with people in our life personally who have lied about having this.
And y'all know he's right. Y'all know who you
I
talking
would hope
about.
she wouldn't lie, but just in my opinion, they're holding that poor child hostage and making her go out there, forcing her to speak for herself. And go back for the last 5 or 6 years. When have she really went out there and spoke on her own? None. She ain't spoken her own, but when that little phony photo for Mother's Day came out, that I believe, no proof, William did it. And when it went backwards, he had her go out there and cop up for it.
You've been saying that. Perry's a
I'm just
mess.
saying, like, I think he's a cheater and a coward. And that's my opinion. I'm going to live with it. And if you want to respond in my comments, please do.
And my opinion is a little bit different than Perry's, because anybody who tells me they have cancer, I'm just going to believe it, because
Right.
it's such a ugly, horrible thing.
Okay. But let me
That's
let me
just
ask
for
you a
me.
question.
But
I
let me
know.
say my part.
Okay.
But the timing is coincidental. The layout, all the little lies that led up to it. Why are we putting out fake pictures? Why are we putting up fake videos? None of it makes sense. And they still never address the Rose situation.
Exactly.
He didn't come
Because
out. He
you
didn't
can't-
talk about it.
You can't now. Oh, how could you mention some alleged affair when she's ill? See, it was almost perfect for people who just gonna fall for the sympathy of it all. And like I said, prayers do go out if she has it. I mean, nobody wished that on nobody. But the whole thing is, I truly think maybe it's my thought of the royal family. They are that low to have somebody go out there and speak on that.
And this is
say
what
this
made me.
just to
So
cover
if you guys were in my members only, I was like, no, I don't want to talk about the royals anymore. But somebody in my family said, do you remember Diana and all the lies that came out before she came out with the truth? The royal family is known to lie. They're the biggest cover-up story in British history.
Mm-hmm.
And they will lie to cover up something up. So, we shouldn't feel ashamed, or you shouldn't feel ashamed if you feel like this is not adding up. Who is
Okay.
Moondance? Moondance need to go on.
Oh, I thought you was asked. You said, I thought you was speaking to me. You must have been talking about people in the chat when you said that they shouldn't feel bad. Because I know you weren't talking to me, because I don't feel bad. Like I
know you
said,
don't.
I respect that illness. And if anybody got it, I pray for them, even if she do. But I've been around here for years and years. And I got my way of thinking. If I talked to a crackhead in January and he was in rehab, then I talked, and then he go back and hit the pipe and talk to him in February. Then he back. Now is almost April. And now he coming up to me saying, hey, you know what? I'm off crack. What do I supposed to believe? Their history, that more than likely he's not. The royal family has lied so much in these last 3 months that I really can't believe them. I just can't believe them.
Justice says, it's almost like it's a ploy to get people to quit speaking about Will's affair. Here, I keep seeing this comment. What does this mean? They covered up Camilla the gorilla. Oh, is she calling gorilla? Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Okay, they're talking to each other. Oops. Was Kate frolicking at the market last week and swinging a grocery bag?
See?
Right. I mean, that was fake because she said she was ill last week. She said she's undergoing
But
chemo. It's a lot of mess. It's a mess.
they want us to
So,
believe a known liar is not lying to us today. It just don't make sense.
but here's the thing: in America, all the blogs are only gonna accept that excuse for so long. Somebody's going to dig into Williams' background again, and the cancer stuff. You know, you got doctors coming out saying that story doesn't make any sense. It's a mess. It's a mess. And
Yeah.
so the reason I changed my mind, let Perry speak his mind, is because we all have
And
freedom
Sharrell,
to
I
speak.
say this
Now
too,
let's
right?
go.
And for me, I think that's the best way. But of course, I know you can get way bigger numbers if you came on and act like you believed it all.
Mhm.
If you know, because there's a lot of people who want to believe it, that they just need a show to watch it. Like this, the wrong show. If you want to believe it, it's the wrong show. If I'm on here, because I don't, and I'm gonna just say I really truly don't believe it. But either way, I mean, but you could make more numbers if you wanted to come out here and act like you really love them and they was doing all this, you know, oh, that's great. And, you know, the royal family is perfect. If you say that, you get big numbers. But just because they lie don't mean I'm going to be a liar. So that's where we at. And Sharrell, you still there? Okay. Well, anyway, looked like Kate was wearing a wig in her video. You know what? I don't know. I mean, and she did look thin, but you know, I mean, anytime you have any kind of surgery, it could be whatever, but or just stress, you know. And I've heard in the past she could have had an eating disorder. I don't know, but just dealing with this and having somebody holding you hostage could be enough to make you frail. And then another question I sort of have a little bit is the surgery was in January. They said she stayed in 13 days, say February. Why is it March and she's
Okay,
like at a
so Freddie
public
wants
event?
Freddie wants you to send him a link.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is interesting. Very interesting.
I didn't see it. Okay, give me a second.
Oof. Looked like Kate was wearing a wig in her video. It's so weird. I can't tell the difference anymore. Some of these people do a really good job with wigs. I wear my wig because I have to. I don't wear my wig for style and fashion. I wear my wig because my hair was never the same after having cancer. She is stressed because her man is cheating. Dr. Gupa has his questions. I remember him from CNN. Why do I know that name, Dr. Gupa? The Place crew needs to be fired. They have created all of these scandals and it's going to ruin them. I think so this time, but I don't know. Sharrell Perry was talking. Sorry. Perry, say what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Let me go back and try to
I don't
reframe what I was
trust
saying.
CNN.
I
You
think I
don't
was
trust
just talking
CNN?
about it's just the like the timeline. I think I was saying that the surgery maybe mid-January, she was out by February, right? And now it's late March. And then when she finally being forced to come out here, in my opinion, forced, like she just left some kind of senior citizen home or whatever that she's living at, forced to go out on this little park bench to announce that she has cancer. Why wouldn't she be at home around her family is what I'm trying to say. Go ahead, Sharrell.
Perry, let me do this. Let me wrap this up. Freddie
Okay.
can come on Monday because we still got to go. We
Okay,
got
yeah,
5
you're right.
minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So call Freddie and just tell him I had to. I'll call him. So listen, you
Okay.
guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm not erasing anybody's comment. It is what it is, and we'll see you on tomorrow. I have to come
And
back
then
tomorrow.
if it's something I said, don't. If you want to comment on it, don't say Sharrell, say Perry, so I can respond back to you. How about that?
All right, you guys. Perry, take us out. You are a mess.
Have a nice weekend,
See you guys
everybody.
next time. Bye for now, guys.